Hello, welcome back. As you saw possibly my tweet yesterday, I was sent a mysterious box that arrived at my house, and I was told not to open it until today, which through the power of editing is happening, because unfortunately right now there is a gentleman most likely in my living room changing our internet as we speak, and I do not have internet to live stream this, so we've done a recording. But as you can see, I have since opened the box, and in it was this, which is the Universes Beyond Magic the Gathering meets Warhammer 40,000. As you can see, we've got some kind of very cool gothic chest slash, I want to say drop pod, but I know that's not the right term because I know there actually are drop pods in Warhammer 40,000. You can only see my face. I've done a great job positioning this camera, but I can't think of the term. I think it's just a chest, but it looks like it's got it unfolds or unfurrows. So we're just going to switch to an overhead shot to get a better, since it's pretty big. I mean, if you look at like the mouse, it's at least bigger than my hand vertically, and also width and depth and things like that. So I have no idea what's in this. I like the design though. I think this is super cool. I honestly want to say that I kind of wish some of the products were packaged with this kind of finesse and care. I think this is really cool. Yeah. So let's open this. Let's open this up. Let's see what's inside. So okay. Oh, it's magnetized. Okay. So it looks like. Ooh. Okay, so it unfolds. And in it, we have, let's see if we can switch back so you get a better shot. The first and foremost being one of the Warhammer 40,000 commander decks. This is the Chaos one, the Ruinous Powers. So it's the Grixis blue, black, red deck, which I think the main focus of it is Cascade and Demon Tribal, which is pretty spicy. I've been a big fan of Warhammer 40,000 for a long time. I haven't played it, I'll say, since probably 2nd edition, we'll say. But each of these decks come with like 40 or 42 new cards, which, as you saw in my preview one, a lot of really cool new art. Even just when it comes to like the reprints, they did new arts for them to be more in line with the universe, which I think is really, really cool and a fun idea. There's a bunch of really good spells and pretty over-the-top cards, which I think is great. I'm really hoping to get some games in with all 4 of these decks, because apparently they're really, really, really well built and really well put together, so you can have some really engaging and fun decks at the same time that are pretty evenly powered, which is nice. So this is the first one. And the second one is, the Necron one. So this is Necron Dynasties. Necrons were one of the newest races, I think, when I stopped buying White Dwarf books. They just started sort of revealing a bit of the lore. We saw some Necron warriors, and they seem kind of cool. They're like undead mechanical skeletons. This is actually the deck that I don't want to say the least excited for, but once cards started getting spoiled, I got really, really interested in it. There's a lot of vehicles, which I think are going to go really well with my Shorkai deck. But I think it's a really good mono-black artifact-based deck. And I think all the decks actually come across really, really well put together and interesting. Each of them has its own kind of theme, and I'm really curious to see how they play against each other in the future. So those are the 2 decks. Those are the Chaos one comes on the top, but the Necron doesn't. Interesting. And we have what looks like Magic the Gathering. Let's get rid of this, just get it off there. Colored pencils? That's interesting. There's a variety of colors, like the typical blues, reds, purples, browns, greens, 2 blues, veritable rainbow of colors in here. And then there's a pencil sharpener built onto the top of it, which I'm wondering, I guess, if that means that this is some kind of coloring book. You know what, I'm just going to try and see if I can slide this off without breaking the seal, because that's kind of neat to keep. But this is Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond Warhammer 40,000, and it comes with interesting. Okay, that will be something else. But there are, oh look, okay, so there's there are some printout drawings that you can color. That's kind of cool. I always love this kind of stuff, the stained glass depictions of like the Horus Heresy and things like that. I'm not too sure if that's exactly what this is. I feel like it is, because this looks like, you can see the Emperor and then also Horus. And then I believe this is the Primarch for the Blood Angels, who name I cannot remember, unfortunately. I wasn't a big Blood Angels, I was more into Dark Angels. I like the whole robed look over the power armor style that they had going for them. And then we have, okay, we have the face commander of the Imperium deck, which is the Inquisitor, which is pretty spicy. She's got like a power sword, and I believe what looks to be some kind of repeater crossbow bolt gun, which is, yeah, I didn't know that was a thing, so that's super cool. But yeah, this is a fun kit. I'm not trying to downplay the coolness of the other stuff, but this box is nice. This is a very, very well built storage unit. Kind of reminds me of the Baldur's Gate box that they sent me. I wish this part maybe had compartments for decks. It might be something that I could actually get kind of to put on top of it and then store all 4 of the Warhammer 40,000 decks in this. I think that'd be super, super cool. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. All right, and there is a flyer, well, not a flyer, but basically information about the set, which is, it's thematic and it's nice. So it's, the grim darkness of the far future calls out to you. Magic the Gathering and Warhammer 40,000 commander decks are emerging from the warp. For the first time, Magic the Gathering is partnering with my goodness, I can't speak, with Warhammer 40,000, and we're excited for you to share and celebrate the next installment of Universes Beyond collaboration series, bringing the 2 titans of tabletop together in a crossover event with iconic characters and strategies. Very, very cool. Bring the Warhammer 40,000 universe to new gameplay horizons with these decks by challenging and defeating friend and foe alike. Command a new battlefield in the endless war. That's really cool. The arts for these are just gorgeous. I think they really, really hit it out of the park in terms of design, not just for cards, but for the art depicted in these boxes. And I think the artists who worked on them did a fantastic job. There's Anton Solovianchek, who did the Sarazek, the Silent King. That's the face card for this one. One of my favorite cards, I think, in the deck, it's in the Imperium deck, and it's the Golden Throne. And if you're familiar with the Warhammer 40,000 lore, I think it looks pretty spot on to what has been depicted early on in the White Dwarfs and codexes and things like that. So I think that was really cool. But for the most part, yeah, I'm super excited to play these. As I said a little while ago, I'm hoping to get all 4 decks together and just jam some games and see how they match up against each other. Because I think this is probably one of the coolest ways for them to add in new IPs without, I don't want to say changing up the game too much, but this is like, it feels really, really nice to have 4 decks in a Commander game, and 4 decks in a Commander game, what am I saying? It feels really cool for there to be a product like this where basically you have a pod's worth of decks, and each person can play different ones. There's different base commanders, and there's enough variety in the commanders themselves. Like I know with I was going to say Temur deck, but it's Tyrannid Temur. You can do like the Tyrannid cults, or you could do just straight up Tyrannids, and I think that's really, really fun. I think it's just neat. It's not hard to please me, and I definitely think that these are really, really fun ideas. So we're going to open up one of these. The Necron one, I'm super curious about it. I think it's the one that I did the least amount of research into, which is unfortunate. But let's see if I can actually get it out. I've been struggling. Oh, okay. Nailed it. Got it in one. So there's what looks like the deck box on the back. I'm sure people have already unboxed stuff like this, so this is probably not the most exciting thing to see, but I'm doing it anyway because I haven't seen it, and this is cool. And we have the deck itself here. Packaging is pretty tight, but that's fine. And you have the spin down counter with the Necrons on it, which is kind of cool. It goes to 20 on this side, and I believe it goes to 40 on the other side. Yeah. Which is a nice addition. It's easier to keep track of than like two. Not even the top down. Than the 2D20s that normally people have been running. But so this looks like the face card, the thicker one, and then the tokens. And then you also have the deck itself, which has the. These are the special foil ones, or am I thinking of the collector's edition? But I can't remember. I know the collector's editions are very difficult to get, which is unfortunate because I think a lot of people were very, very keen on getting it. So this is that thicker version of the face card that you normally get with commander decks moving forward. I like that. I like the little triangle. I think that's cool. Again, I'm gonna be saying this is cool quite a bit because I'm easy to please. Necron Warriors, which look really, really good. And it looks like insect tokens on the back for the most part. Yep. So it's either insect warriors or insects on one side, which are 1/1 flyers, or the 2/2 Necron warrior tokens on the other side. Let's see here. I'm going to have to clean this up later, but very, very cool. Thank you to Wizards for sending this my way. I appreciate it. I think these are very nice. These are I don't know if you can see the foiling, but it's really nice. They're very clean foils. It remains to be seen whether these have a bit of a curl to them. I know my basement is particularly cold and humid, so that might be the case. But these are the two face cards that you can kind of interchange based on how you want to play it. And we've got, what do we got here? This is just one of those generic cards that tells you about the popular stuff. But yeah, we've got the sweet, sweet new cards. Biotransference, I think, is one that people are very excited to see. Yeah, I'm super stoked for where are they? Out of the Tombs is really good, but there are quite a few vehicles between this one and the Imperium one, which I'm very interested in putting into Shorokai, obviously. The War in Heaven. That's nice. I love sagas. On Earth. So cool. It makes sense mechanically because the Necrons die and then they come back, or they like disintegrate. Like it's really, really fun. Other artifacts, creatures. Wow. Okay. Ghost Arc. This is one of the ones I was talking about. Yeah. When it becomes crude, each artifact creature in your graveyard gains Unearth for 3 colorless. That's insane. That's so good. Whenever this attacks, mills 3 for each creature card milled this way. Make a 2/2 black Necron Warrior. again, just perfect. These are both feel like really easy inclusions in Shorakai. There's so many artifact creatures I have that I want to get back anyway, and making more artifact creatures easy. Quick creature is a lifelink when it dies. Yeah, Resurrection Orb. This is really good. Scepter of Eternal Glory. Makes normally 1 mana, or it makes 3 mana of 1 color. Activate it only if you control 3 or more lands. It's like Endless Atlas kind of thing, but for mana. Tomb Fortress is really cool. It's a reanimate, but sorcery speed. Beacon of Unrest, it's a classic. Living Death. Again, like, this is where we get into the reprints. But yeah, Endless Atlas, there it is. Gilded Lotus, like, they're just beautiful, beautiful arts. Like, just, my goodness, I love these so much. Sculpting Steel, like it's this foundry, the Necron foundry. Necrodermis, the living metal from which all Necrons are made. It is endlessly adaptive. Like, that's just so cool. And I like the idea that they've taken old cards and reimagined them, and just like, yeah, Night Scythe, this is another one of those vehicles. I mean, when it comes in, you get a 2/2, it crews for 2, like, it's just more vehicles that do more things that are not just boring crew 4 for a 5/6 kind of thing. I'm always down with that. Cranial Plating, that's particularly spicy. That's a fun card in, I don't know if it sees Modern play anymore, but it's pretty sweet. Soul Ring, I love the different arts for Soul Ring. It's interesting to me is that they all have these little triangles on the bottom. I didn't realize that at the time. Darkness reprint, Arcane Signet, Commander Sphere, Mind Stone. Yeah, like, you got all the good stuff. Like, this is a pretty decently put together deck, I think. Vault of Whisperers. Obviously, for a monocolor deck, it's really easy because you just jam a bunch of swamps in, but, ooh. Some of these arts are so cool. But yeah, so I think probably that's enough of my rambling about this set. I think this is a really cool product. I'm really, really, really pleased that I was involved with revealing it to you all. I hope you had a chance to watch the video and enjoy it. I put a lot of work into it. It was a bit cringe, but I think I had a lot of fun with it, and it was pretty well received. So yeah, hopefully I get to do stuff like that again in the future for other sets. And if not, I've had a good run, I guess. I don't think that's going to be the case. But yeah, I look forward to playing with these. I look forward to seeing some of these cards in action in future Commander games. And let me know what you think about the product. I'm curious to hear what your experiences are with this. Which ones did you buy? Which ones did you get? Are you picking up singles? Are you looking to upgrade the decks? Let me know in the comments below. But until next time, take care and have some great games.